My name is David Longstaff. I'm a councillor for High Barnet and I'm the Mayor for 2016-17. I was born at the Whittington Hospital down in Archway, spent the first 10 years or so in Haringey before moving to Reading, ended up at Liverpool University. One thing led to another and here I am back in Barnet. Moved back in 1997 when I moved in with my partner Gillian. And we live in Friar Barnet, just off Friar Barnet Lane. I was a bit disgruntled, shall we say, as a resident, that my rates went up 26% one year, about 8-9 years ago, maybe 2006-ish, I think. And I was so not incensed, but I was so, well, I really ought to do something about that. If I'm not happy about it, then get involved. You know, it's all very well to sit there screaming at people and saying, you know, well, what a bunch of idiots, they don't know what they're doing. And now I'm one of those idiots. But it's true. You know, if you want to change something, get involved and work with people to change and hopefully change for the better. Provides, in my opinion, for the borough, leadership, consensual direction, tries to when and wherever possible, give us sort of leadership across a range of issues. At the moment, I think the most prominent one has been hate crime. The last council meeting, we had a motion on obviously dreadful hate crime and hate crimes that occur in the borough, and every councillor, of course, signs up to that. And it's important to try and promote a relaxed, safe environment for everybody who lives and works in Barnet to be able to come here and live freely and happily and respect one another. And I think that's important for the council, but it's also important for the mayor to be seen to be, you know, trying to provide that leadership, that consensual direction, meeting all sorts of people from all sorts of walks of life, be they faith groups, charity groups, community groups, business groups. There are lots and lots of different groups in Barnet. It's by population the largest group in London, the biggest borough in London, not by geographical size. I think we're fourth on geographical size, but we certainly have an enormous number of different and very interesting communities, and by and large they all get along really well. From unveiling plaques to the history of a statue in Friary Park, to one to Joseph Grimaldi in Finchley Memorial Hospital, to meeting all manner of faith groups, going to faith schools, doing robe shows to children in schools, which is just absolutely magnificent. You always get asked some wonderfully funny questions from the children. How much do you earn as mayor? Well, actually nothing. Do you live in a big house? No. So things like that. But they are wonderfully pleased to see you. And like last week, I was at Sunnyfields Primary School to judge the gardening competition across primary schools. All primary schools are free to enter this competition that Sunnyfields basically run, and they have a lovely chap from Finchley Nurseries who does the judging with a couple of other people. And I went to the kind of the awards, and there were 4 schools there, and all with their wares, all with their produce, all with what ecological programs they've been running, pictures and actual. They brought the physical bird boxes in that they'd made, and it was lovely to see, you know, what they'd done with their gardening and the imagination that went into the ecology. I promote 2 charities. One is Noah's Ark Children's Hospice, which again has an enormous project to build. It's a hospice centre, actual building in the north end of the borough, right on the edge of the green belt and on the edge of a nature reserve. And that's costing a fortune, but it's a much needed facility because there isn't one in the North London area, and there are some 1,200 children with life-limiting conditions in the sort of cohort area of Barnet, Enfield, Haringey and Harrow. Equally, the other charity is a Barnet startup charity called Dementia Club UK, which seeks to bring together for a cafe each month in different parts of the borough. So I think there's 5 or 6 cafes now actually up and running, and they meet once a month, and you'll bring along dementia sufferers with maybe carers, family, friends, and you have a kind of atmosphere where people don't feel isolated, and where people don't feel that they're looking or they're caring after people with the condition, and they're all alone. And it helps to bring together people who can give them advice, give them help, give them support. They have a GP and a nurse on hand as well to answer questions at the cafes. And I think it's a fantastic idea, as sadly dementia is on the increase in the United Kingdom as the population ages. The flippant answer is people are actually pleased to see you for once. That's nice. The real answer is it's great to be able to turn up, hopefully make the odd joke or two, have a nice time, encourage people, because there are so many lovely volunteers and community groups, faith groups, and the part of the mayor is to turn up and, I think, to show support. You know, they can't be everywhere, but they can be there for a while, and they can say to people, you know, what you do is appreciated, and it genuinely is appreciated, because it's through the fantastic work of businesses, communities, faith groups, schools, that the fabric of the whole Barnet society comes together. And as mayor, I feel it's the mayor's role that the mayor should be there to support and lead, and just say thank you to people for all their efforts they put in.